Hello and welcome to the video. This is RetroMTGA and you are excellent. Just a continuation of the Golgari Rotpriest deck is what is on the docket today. 13 creatures total. Obviously our main character, our main protagonist, Rotpriest. We all know what this Phyrexian druid can do for us, which is fantastic. Blightbelly Rat has the Proliferate. Canker Bloom has the Proliferate. Rat has the Toxic. And Armored Scrap Gorger has the Anti-Graveyard synergy, as well as functioning as a nice little mana dork. So we're gonna try the Scrap Gorger out. As far as protection, we've got Ajnod's Intervention, which targets got cut down, which if we give one of our creatures safekeeping, we can cut it down and it won't be destroyed. That I think is the out-of-the-box way we can win matches unexpectedly, is by casting spells like Cut Down and Ichor and go for the throat onto our own creatures, especially if they've already been given protection by intervention or safekeeping. So that's double target on the Rotpriest. If we have a second Rotpriest on the board, you know, the shenanigans just multiply, and it's really fantastic. We also have Return from Graveyard to Hand with Proliferate attached, Infectious Bite with it's not Proliferate, but it will give them a poison counter. We've got Bite Down in case we need to target our creatures and try and get rid of a Planeswalker. Shieldred's Edict is also nice against Planeswalkers because there are usually less Planeswalkers on the board than there are creatures, so this kind of Edict effect will work. Little card draw with the poison counter. As far as the mana base goes, I would prefer to be running 7 swamps, 7 forests, and 4 wastes. Llanowar wastes, to be exact, along with the 4 Deathcap glades, but we're running 2 Llanowar wastes at the moment, just because we're a little short on wild cards. We have Boseiju and Takenuma. Let's just get going into the game. I think it's pretty obvious looking at the list, but I just want to highlight it. Not really gonna call this deck dialed in at the moment. It kind of wants to do a lot of different things. It has a main goal, kind of a theme or a thesis, if you will. There's a lot of things kind of surrounding that main thesis that may or may not make sense to you, and I'm not sure I can make the strongest case at the moment. I just need to keep playing it and get more and more familiar with it. Speaking of familiar, here's kind of a familiar hand, which feels good. I'm gonna go ahead and keep. We are going first. Opponent's mulliganing. It looks like from their pet, it looks like they might be playing Rotpriest as well. I am willing to take a chance just to get us going faster, and we'll see. Looks good. Okay, we are in the mirror match, and we are drawing like a boss. So let's go ahead and put down the waste. Maybe they think we have some kind of trample or something. So let's go ahead and attack in. They called the bluff. Okay. And we'll throw our second Rotpriest out on the board and pass turn. Okay. That doesn't seem like a smart play on their part. I don't know if they're going to scoop or not, but we'll definitely gladly take the damage. They now have 4 poison counters on them. I think that they are sitting in a Olympic-sized pool of regret right now. You have to get rid of the Rotpriest, but it ain't easy. Especially when there's 2 of them on the board. So while we wait for our opponent to get over the shock of their own misplay, I'm going to bring up a point about this deck that is a little worrying. We only have 13 creatures on this list. 4 of them are Rotpriests, obviously. We don't have any marches because I find, unless the March of Burgeoning Life is being played in the Ivy list, Simic, I don't find it to be that good. Mainly because it actually costs 3 mana to target a Rotpriest with it, or of course you can use the replacement cost of exiling a green card. Okay, our opponent is ready to get back into the game. We will play out a land, play out a Canker Bloom, give him the business. You're going to block one of these for sure, because we kind of demonstrated to them that we're willing to bluff, let's say. So as far as the 13 creature issue goes, it's a little light. We have Rotpriest, which is a major threat, but it's not a major threat to their life total, it's a major threat to their poison count. And because we only have 13 creatures in the deck, 4 of which are non-negotiable, another 4 are the rats that have the proliferate effect and the toxic, which is nice. Canker Bloom has a nice little edict effect stapled on, and they didn't block. They're up to 6. We have protection up. We have proliferate up. So we are forced then to run lots of spot removal, and we can't necessarily run a lot of sweepers, although I did consider choking Miasma as a possible option. But we can't really run a lot of sweepers because we need to keep our Rotpriest on the board, obviously. So we don't have a lot of, big green fatties we can throw down and swing the tempo our way, put the pressure on the opponent. And that's why in the deck tech, I started talking about, we can protect our Rotpriest, we can protect our other creatures with Tamiyo Safekeeping or something like that, give it indestructible, and then we can actually cast destruction spells on our own creatures. Because that gives us a little bit of flexibility in case okay, and then they're done. So let's just smoothly go into another game. Let me check how long the video is already. Yeah, only 9 minutes, 30 seconds, basically. And about half of that was talking about the deck. So let's just keep going. Let's get another one in. So I'm actively considering, what it would look like to add some bloated contaminators. Because it's got proliferate stapled onto it. It's got the nice little trample if it deals combat damage. It'll proliferate, etc., etc. So Okay, this hand has the mana dork. It's got 2 Rotpriests. These Ickers seem a little slow, but then again, we don't really want to play them out unless they already have a poison counter on them. So let's get going. Lay down arms. Nope. Okay, and we drew our second color. Gosh. We can't do that. It'll just create a new... Okay, honestly, I think it's just throw out the second Rotpriest and sort of, you know, attack in. They're gonna block. We gotta kind of process through this creature. They didn't block. Holy crap. Okay, okay. We have a blocker for them, unless they are planning to remove it, which I would definitely not like to see. Okay. I gotta admit, I'm not really familiar with Skrelv so much, but they do have a poison counter on them, and so I'm thinking... And they scoop. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go into another game. I think that, you know, when Phyrexia All Will Be One came out, a lot of people immediately gravitated, including the, you know, big time major, you know, influencer content creators, really had already kind of theory crafted Rotpriest and had assumed that Ivy was going to be the best synergistic shell for the Rotpriest, and I'm not here to argue against that. In fact, I think that if anyone out there is, you know, absolutely aching to see some great content on Ivy Rotpriest, they need to check out Covert Go Blue's video on it, and then they need to go check out Legends' video on it. And hopefully you know who those streamers are, because they have really... I'm on the draw gonna keep this. They have really helped me, you know, in so many ways, deck building and crafting cards and play patterns. So I'm very grateful to them, and I'm more than happy to point the consumers of this content towards their content. They are just so fantastic. Okay, they could potentially cast an ossification or a lay down arms. We have to play the Rotpriest, I think. Well, wait, what's this? Oh, they're playing Esper, so Rotpriest could very well die immediately. Well, if it dies, we have the restoration. So let's just go for it. I think, though, you know, to finish that thought, I think that Golgari Rotpriest, as I am playing it, and as many others have been playing it, you know, before I started, I didn't see their lists. I played Ivy Rotpriest from the beginning. I crafted 4 Rotpriest, just snap, craft, pop. And I need to leave this stuff up. I'm gonna hit them with the poison counter. But I started playing Golgari Rotpriest, and I've been, you know, in streamers, Twitch chats, kind of talking about it. I've been in YouTube content creator comment sections talking about it, and it's not immediately laughed out of the building, and I keep running into it, and I think that it has very good, it's good value. Non-token creature, boom. I think it has legs, and you know, for all the reasons I just mentioned. So that is potentially why we're getting all these scoops. You know, they see that we're doing the thing, and they just feel like it's already over. Why play on? So they're up to 2 poison counters, and we have protection. Pass turn. They are not into it as far as leaving up counter magic. I don't think they have any. I think they're playing Esper Legends. I don't think they have any counter spells at all. I'm sending the rat in. Hopefully it dies. I could even send the Rotpriest in too. Heck yeah, let's go for it. They're not going to block these. Oh, okay, they're calling my bluff. Up to 3, 4, 5 poison counters. We still have protection. Excuse me, we're going to totally broadcast that we have a Tamiyo safekeeping, but hopefully our opponent will think we're just bluffing. And if this is a depopulate, I'm gonna feel a bit stupid, but I don't think that it is. I really don't. And even if it is, I mean, dang. I'll just save the Rotpriest. They'll go up to 5. Wait, I thought they were on 5 already. Shoot. Okay. Whenever you attack with one extra card. Okay, I don't have removal on that yet. They are all tapped out again. Not sure what this player is doing. But we are just gonna keep on attacking. So, yeah, they're not blocking any of this. They're up to 7. We'll play out a land, obviously. Pass turn. Sorcery speed, unnatural restoration with the proliferate. We'd really like to see one of our creatures die. And this goes towards, you know, our out-of-the-box thinking as far as, you know, killing off our own creatures, especially when they have death triggers like proliferate on them. Okay. I don't know what they're going to do here, but they definitely went up to 8 poison counters. 9, 10, they're dead if they don't do something. They got to do something. We're talking removal. Okay, they protect their own creature. My creature lives. They slip out the back on my rats, and they get a 9th poison counter, and then they're still dead. They're dead. There's just nothing you can do on this, and they know it, and there's nothing you can do. Once it gets going, it is just fantastic. Golgari Rotpriest, at it again. I don't think this list is the end-all be-all. I've been seeing other players out there, not necessarily in tournament play, although I'm keeping an eye on that. But it's just got such great synergies, and I think that there's a lot of potential out there for everyone who's watching this video and other videos on it to really dial it in, because it's got the removal, it's got the protection, it's got the Rotpriests, it's got the proliferate, it's even got card draw. I love it. So that concludes the video. Thank you so much to everyone out there consuming this content. You are excellent. We are Retro MTGA.